Hey you guys, welcome back to Live With Review. I hope you're doing very nice and I'm sending a lot of hugs and positivity to all of you in today's video. I'm going to be recommending 11 books that will help you get through a breakup. A few things to say before we start the video. You can skip ahead to the book recommendations, but I suggest you listen. Breakups are different for everybody. The severity, the feelings, the duration, the kind of person you were with. Were you happy with the person and you had to leave because of some other reason? Are you still in love? Are you out of love? So many things. On the other hand, if you have left someone because they were bad for you, because they were toxic for you, it is a win. Whatever it is, breakups are always hard, and I get so many DMs from you guys talking about these things, that you have just been through a breakup and you don't know what to do anymore. You feel really empty, you feel really numb, and you don't know how to restart again. Now, I do not always know how to answer those DMs, and I do whatever I can do. I cannot judge what you are going through, or I cannot judge your feelings or your coping mechanisms on the basis of a single DM, which is why I try to do what I can do, but I try not to get very involved because I don't want to give the wrong advice. Similarly, in this video, I don't want to imply that if you read these 11 books, you will be completely fine or you will suddenly feel good or anything like that. I am just trying to do what I can do the best, which is recommend some really good books to you guys that may or may not help you through a breakup. They may or may not, just little bit only, take you out of the rut. Please do not rely on these books to feel better, because you have to talk to someone and you have to do what is to be done according to yourself. Like, talking to someone is the most important, and only then you know what you want to do and everything. You have to journal, you have to basically talk to yourself also and understand what your need is. Do not rely on these books, but they can be a little bit of help. Second thing that I want to say is, especially for my teenagers out there, my coochie poochie teenagers, I love you guys so much, and you guys know that. I am always vouching for teenagers, because I know that teenage is such a difficult time. Oh my god, so many things are happening, so many things are changing. You are realizing these new things about yourself, you're having different emotions, and yes, breakups and getting into relationships and all these new feelings, it does start with adolescence. I know what it feels like to have a breakup as a teenager. Suddenly you have broken up with a person who was probably also your friend, and the next day you wake up and you have to go back to school or you have to go back to college because you had a breakup yesterday, and you have this earth-shattering pain in your chest and no will to do anything except just lie in bed and have ice cream or maybe watch something, or maybe not even that, and you feel like crying all the time. But somehow life doesn't stop. The world doesn't stop. The world keeps rolling and you got to keep roll with it. And so many times you have no one to discuss about this, and so many times when you do discuss about it with someone, people tell you that, oh, you're just a kid, this is nothing. Now, while the fact that you are going to grow up to see so many things, you are going to grow up to meet so many people, and things are going to be so very different, and you're going to be so much mature in the coming future. In just a few years, through your lessons in your teenage, it is going to be a beautiful life if you want it to be. However, that does not mean that your feelings right now are invalid. No, just because you're a teenager, it does not mean that your breakup is not real. It does not mean that you should not be feeling the emotions that you're feeling. That is absolutely rubbish, which is why I want to stand here and tell you that your feelings are valid no matter what your age is, because feelings are feelings. Yes, your future is going to be beautiful, but only when you take the experiences of your teenage, actually experience them, feel them, learn from them, and then move ahead. If you just shove them somewhere, you will not learn, you will not evolve, and maybe you will carry some emotional baggage from your current relationships or from your current breakups. Again, you need to talk to someone. It is very important. If you are a parent right now watching this video, if you are an adult who has teenagers in their life, I request you to be a little more open about this with your children or with the teenagers around you, because they really need to talk to someone right now and not just shunned away or not be judged. I know the concerns of a parent problem. I completely understand, but isn't it better that they actually talk to you and tell you what the problem is, so that you can help them get out of it, help them learn, and then move ahead a little bit faster? And if you're a teenager, please talk to someone, and not just your friend, because your friend is also your age only. Your friend doesn't know too much, but talk to your elder sister, elder brother, somebody who you trust. Please talk and don't shun your feelings away. Let's begin. The first book I'm going to recommend is going to be a cozy read. No matter where you come back from, your school, your college, your job, no matter what your age is, this book is perfect for you. Even if you are a beginner, this book is perfect for you, and I love this recommendation. And the book is Little Women. Now this book is perfect for you to have your hot chocolate, have your coffee, not coffee just induces more anxiety, but have your hot chocolate, have your chamomile tea, have your milk, whatever it is, whatever comforts you, or even coffee if that comforts you. Have any of those drinks, have your favorite food, get inside your bed and read a little bit of this book. This is basically the story of 4 little women and how they spend their life, but it's not that simple. They have this life full of so many adventures and so many things happening here and there, and these 4 little women are also going through them and learning new things for themselves. But oh my god, it is the most heartwarming book in the world. They are so kind and they are so nice, and I love their mother, and their father is away because of his job. It is one of the most beautiful books out there, and you will feel so comforted when you read this book. Recommending the second book, because when you read this tragedy, your mind will go off from this tragedy that you're actually going through right now. Man, oh man, this is one of the best tragedies out there. This is one of the best books out there. I love this book so much. And the book is We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. Now this book is tragic and it is heartbreaking, but the initial part of the book is so beautiful. It is actually the story of 4 cousins slash best friends who always meet during summer breaks, and they have a great time, and they call themselves the Liars, which is why we were liars. But one summer something so weird happens because of all the mental health issues going on, because of all the family issues going on within their family, because their family is super duper rich and they look all good from the front but they are not good on the back, and all those kind of things. One summer something really horrible happens and everything changes. Now what that horrible thing is, how things change, what is the reality, you will come to know everything when you're reading this book. Now I don't actually mean that you're supposed to shun away your tragedy. Well, I'm liking the word shun today. But yes, if you are in a place where you can read something else, or you can invest yourself into something else, this is the book where you can actually invest yourself, because it's that investive. You get what I'm saying? Read it. The next book is a Kickstarter. When you are at a place where you're like, okay, I am sick of being stuck. Now I need to, have this new purpose, new motivation ahead of me, and I want to move ahead. But how do I do it? That is when you read this book, which is Get Stuck. Not Get Stuck, which is Get Momentum by Jody and Jason Womack. This book has the 5 major questions you need to answer to yourself in order to understand what is your current motivation. What is that one thing that you want to go behind right now, that you want to chase or attract towards yourself right now? What is that one thing that is going to bring you peace? It's going to bring you so much power and fulfillment that you're going to be like, It will help you to understand that on the basis of the 5 questions. Now with every question, the book also has a lot of other lessons that will help you to answer the questions better for yourself. It also has exercises which again helps you to have better conversations with yourself so that you know what your current motivation is, what your current purpose is, what is it that you want to do right now. For example, there are so many people out there who have just been through a breakup and they don't know what to do. To get out of the rut, they start doing something that they really love to do, which may be YouTube, which may be content creation, acting, whatever, writing, anything, and they turn out to be amazing and they turn out to be famous and awesome and celebrated, and they're providing so much to the society. All those kind of things, you know what I mean? It is a hobby, it is something that you love to do. Now we'll see if it turns into a career or not, because only starting is not enough for that, but it will help you to be unstuck. This is your book. The next book I want to recommend is A Cage of Desires by Shuchi Singh Kalra. This book is so good. Why? Because I just hope that it is not as relatable for you. Like, I'm really hoping for that, because the woman is going through some like really bad times and she's going through so much, but the world does not know about it. Why? Because she has a different identities, and you will see that with both the identities she is struggling, and the biggest reason why she's struggling is because of the people she is with. Like horrible, but she has to shoo them away from her life and understand her own worth and understand that she has a beautiful life, and she has to move ahead, and she does it after a very horrible time, very horrible life. So when you read this, I think you may feel slightly inspired to actually like chuck everyone away and focus on yourself. Next book is specially for all my girls out there. Guys can also read it, okay? Like, of course you can read it, but the title has good in it. So, girl, wash your face. It is time you get up, okay? Enough of the self-pity, enough of victimizing yourself. Tell that person to just go. Remove that person from your brain. Shoo. You need to wash your face. Like, get up, actually go to the washroom, splash water on your face, come back, have some really healthy drink or a fruit, and while you do that, read this book. Read about the lies that we keep telling ourselves. We think it's true. It's not. There are so many lies thrown at our face. Maybe your partner itself has made you believe so many things about yourself. This is wrong, you're selfish if you do this, you're mean if you do this, you're not giving enough if you do this, you're not good enough to start a business. Tell them to fuck off and actually start reading this. I just really got into the feeling there. But seriously, like, read this book, wash your face, understand your true potential, and start doing what you love to do for yourself and no one else. The next book is not for teenagers. You can read it even if you're a teenager. And while I'm at it, even this book is 16 plus. Slightly difficult to understand if you are very young and you don't, like, I don't know, it's your choice. The next book is Emotional Intelligence. I feel like the whole game of emotions is on its peak. You are so vulnerable at the time when you're going through something like this, that this is the time where you can actually learn a little bit more about your emotions, how they function. You can increase your EQ, you can feel better about yourself, maybe, if you understand your emotions. Again, the thing is that with breakups is that it is so heavy and it can be so it can be so life altering that it is very important for you to educate yourself at that time. It is very important for you to understand that it is not end of the world or something. There is so much more to come ahead that you have to face, and at that time you need this emotional intelligence instead of emotional baggage. The next book is You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. Now again, this anyone can read, right? Like, that had like in the title goal, so I said goals. But I don't care what your gender is. Like, read this. Again, it's in the same zone. You are a badass, and don't let anyone in the world tell you you are not. So again, it is time for you to get up, wash your face, have a healthy drink or a healthy snack, and read this book. This book will really help you to get rid of all the negative beliefs that you may have built up for yourself because of the toxicity in your relationship or whatsoever. It will help you to finally get started with yourself and create the life that you want. The next book is for all my mythology lovers out there, because I wanted to keep something for you, and that is Ahalya's Awakening by Kavita Kane. Now this book is the story of Ahalya, how she has always given herself away for other people to keep them happy, to keep them proud, whatsoever, and that never ever actually came back to her. And then there is a time where she realizes that boy oh boy, like I need to give time for myself, like I need to have my emotions for myself, I need to set boundaries, I need to do stuff for myself. This is her journey, and I think that it will be really empowering for you, no matter what your gender is, again, to become more self-aware, to invest more in yourself, but in a very mythological way. And also I love the character Ahalya. It is very underrated in Ramayana itself, like how much ever I know. So this is amazing. The next book is for the people who are extremely sad right now and cannot do anything, like completely hopeless, completely sad. If you're depressed or you have other mental health issues, then please see a therapist, talk to someone, and not that way. But without such clinical issues, if you're extremely sad and hopeless, then this book is for you, which is The Midnight Library. Matt Haig has written a masterpiece yet again. Though I do think that the writing could be better, but do we actually care about the writing when our heart has been broken? So this is the story of a girl who again is extremely hopeless. She's like, her life is useless. Trigger warning. She tries to commit suicide, but she ends up in this midnight library, and there are so many books over there, like endless number of books, and each book is her life if she had made a different choice. Like one choice, if she made it differently, how her life would be is there in different books in the library. It is such a beautiful book. The concept is so simple yet so impactful, and I do suggest you read this book. It will give you a fresh new perspective towards your life. The next book is again like, I love it. If you're a teenager, you will love it. And the book is Radio Silence by Alice Oseman. This book, why I'm recommending it is because one, every character in the book is so young and they're actually going through the struggles that we kind of go through when we are in our teenage or when we are young. And two, because there are so many heartbreaks in this book, and yet how they get over it and how they discover themselves after those heartbreaks. I think it will be super inspiring, it will be super relatable, and it will be super duper intriguing for you guys. I think you will really enjoy the book. It is the story of Frances, who is in love with this podcast, which is not famous at all, and she is obsessed with doing well in her college. But then she meets the creator of the podcast, and then she really likes him, but then it's not that simple. It's a beautiful book. Last but not the least, I'm going to recommend one of the heaviest book that I think there is in this pile. Again, I don't think like if you're a beginner or if you are a teenager, you need to read this because it is very heavy. But if you are even like 18 plus, 17, 18 plus, because I would read it then, or if you are into emotions, if you are into psychology, if that is what interests you, whatever it is, then you can read it, which is Letting Go. Now, I have not read this book yet, but I did go through it. Like, I did not read it very nicely, but I did go through it, and the book is all about every single part of you, like every single part of your being when it comes to letting go of things, and letting go is very important. So it is a great book. You can read it if you want. Alright you guys, this is it for today. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I really hope you got at least one book to read for yourself. Even if you did not get a book to read for yourself, I really hope that you do understand that your feelings are valid and that you need to talk to someone and that this will pass away. No matter what your age is, there is a very beautiful life out there waiting for you if you get up and make different choices, if you get up and educate yourself, if you get up and have new habits, if you just get up again. So I really hope that you don't have to actually go through such a breakup and go through these books. But if you are going through such breakups, I really hope these books help. I really hope this video was cheerful, happy. I really hope I just did something for you, because I love you guys so much. I just want to do my part. I just want to be there with you in whatever way is possible. So I hope this video did that for you. I will see you guys very soon. Till then, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, bell button, all those amazing things, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye.